So obviously the question in everybody's mind is what next for Nifty, whether it is going to go to 20K anytime or whether it is the next target is 25K. That's what almost all the investors, traders are thinking. Will the bull run continue? And what are the hot buzzing stocks? What should you do with the stocks? Stocks like Reliance are quite bullish. HDFC Bank continues to be range bound. PayTm is recovering on the recovery mode. Yes Bank made a high. It went to 32, 33. Again, it is back below 25. What to do in S Bank? What to do in large caps or IT companies like TCS, right? So we'll discuss all these stocks and we'll look at the charts. So currently we are in a strong bull market, and this is a quote which I had shared earlier also, and I would like to share it again. And this typically happens in bull markets. We are blind to the risk. In bear markets, we are blind to opportunities. What it simply means is that in bull market, people become careless and they feel that the market will keep on rallying and it will never drop or it will never fall. Right? That's what the typical investor thinks. And vice versa, in bear markets, people feel that the market will be always down. So that's not how it works, right? Whenever there is a bull market, strong bull market like what we are facing today, a caution is definitely required. What you are buying, at what price you are buying, how much allocation you are doing that particular for that particular stock. So these points are very important. So I am sharing this particular code again and again because we are in a strong bull market and it's quite possible that investors might get trapped in some or other stocks. So that should be avoided and needs to be avoided. How to do that? We'll see in the further slides. So as we always do, we'll look at the global indices. We'll obviously analyze Nifty and Bank Nifty. We'll take some Q&A at the end. I have some stocks shortlisted for analysis, and you can also share few of the stocks. I can take 2, 3 stocks from the audience. Okay. I always look at global indices because what is happening in Nifty or what is going to happen in Nifty, it's not solely dependent upon Nifty, right? What is happening in the outside world, what is happening in US, what is happening in Europe, what is happening in China. So all these also has a bearing on our markets also. Although our markets are bullish and there is a lot of retail interest in India, India economy is doing better and better. The last quarter GDP growth was better than forecast or better than estimate. So all that is fine, and because of the good fundamentals in India, there is a good momentum in the Indian stock market. But all said and done, we cannot escape the impact which will be there from the global developments, right? So we always look at what is happening in the global indices also. So let's head to the charts. Typically, I like to start with SPX, Standard and Poor, the main index in US. So this is SPX. Now, if we look at SPX, it has made a new all-time high and it gave a breakout here. It gave a breakout in second week of Jan. And after that, the rally has continued, pretty much continued, and it has formed a very strong ascending channel. This is called as an ascending channel in technical analysis. So will it go further higher? It's possible. I have another chart which we will take a look. So if we look at this trend line, SPX is at a resistance point again. It is a resistance on weekly, okay. So this trend line is going on since December 2022. and it's a long-term trend line, and it's at the resistance. In fact, it has given a little bit of breakout. Now, if it remains above this particular point, all the markets, including India market, US market, Europe market, they will continue to rally. We'll have to see next week whether there is a fall or whether it goes below this. If it stays above this for next week, then the rally, whatever we are seeing, will continue in all the markets. Let us look at some of the other parameters. What is happening in the dollar, DXY. Now, as expected, dollar is bearish currently because dollar and the stock markets normally are in inverse proportion. So this is kind of forming a descending channel now. Descending channel is an bullish pattern. Why it is called as bullish pattern? Because there is a good probability that it might break out on the upside. Now, if this breaks out on the upside, our SPX will come down. As it is, SPX is at resistance. So we'll have to see. I'm not saying it will come down or dollar will give a breakout, but that is what the charts are saying currently. SPX is at resistance and dollar is at is forming a descending channel, and it is quite possible that dollar will increase. What is happening on the bond yield? Again, as expected, bond yield and stock markets are again inversely proportional. So it is going down, and it looks like it will continue to go down. So looking at these parameters of dollar and bond yield and SPX chart itself, we can take a look at one more chart pattern, that is gold. Gold is quite bullish. Now, gold is a little complex instrument. Sometimes it is inversely proportional to stock market. Sometimes it is in proportion to the stock market. So currently it is going higher along with the stock market. So I will say there is 75% chance that the rally will continue in SPX also, looking at all these different parameters. So it's okay to be bullish currently. The rally in SPX is expected to continue. We'll see. I mean, the confirmation we'll get next week. But currently, if we want to draw an inference, it should remain bullish from here. Now let us come back to the Indian market. So let us look at Nifty. So Nifty again, as I said, made a new all-time high last week. And if this bullishness continues, we can draw a simple trend line here and see where it can go. So the Nifty next level is around 22,800. That is what we can expect if the bullishness in SPX continues. SPX bullishness is important here because the market in India market is also at resistance at a pretty high level currently. So if there is a drop in SPX, then we can see a drop in Nifty also. All said and done, if we look at these moving averages, a drop to 21,700 types is any time possible, because this keeps on happening almost every month. Like the last time it touched this pink line was towards the end of January. So a touch of this is quite possible in next 1 or 2 weeks. Although currently everything is looking bullish, but looking at the historic patterns or past trends, in next 2-3 weeks, a drop towards 21,700, 21,800 is also on the cards. So net right now, we should remain cautious. I am not saying we need to be bearish. Cautiously bullish. I mean, we can remain bullish with some kind of caution. That's what Nifty is indicating. If you look at Bank Nifty has underperformed Nifty so far, but then Bank Nifty makes wild swings, as we know, and so it will have a wide range. So the immediate resistance is around 47,678, as we can see here, or let's say roughly 47,700. If the bullishness continues, if the Nifty remains bullish, if the Nifty is to go towards 22,700, then Bank Nifty we can expect it to go all the way up to 49,600 at least. So Bank Nifty immediate resistance is 47,600, and after that we can expect it to go to around 47,000. On the support side, Bank Nifty has a support around 45,500, and if that goes, then 44,200 is the next support. If we look at the trend lines on daily, just as I said, a drop in Nifty is on the cards, but not immediately. Maybe in next couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, not immediately. So similarly, a drop in Bank Nifty towards 45,000 is quite possible. We have already seen this touch of this line in February. 12th of Feb was the drop. After that, the rally continued. Towards end of Feb, there was again a dip, but then there is a recovery. So sometime towards mid of March or towards third week of March, a drop towards 45,000 in Bank Nifty is also quite possible. So this is a quick analysis about Nifty, Bank Nifty, and the global charts. If there are any quick questions here, I can take it, or we can continue. Any queries or any questions here? There is a question: what is happening in crude oil? Can we take a look at crude oil? Okay, no. We can check out crude oil also. Give me a second. I think I already have the chart for crude oil also. There is a question on Bank Nifty. Let's park it right now. Let's look at the crude oil. Give me a second. Okay, so crude oil is typically again a complex instrument. Just as I mentioned about gold, crude oil also is sometimes in proportion to the stock market, sometimes it is inversely proportional to the stock market. Let's say if there is some geopolitical tension situation, if there is a war situation, the price of crude will go up, whereas the price of stock will go down. And another example is that if the economy is doing good, the demand for crude oil will be more, and in that case also the price of the crude oil will go higher. So crude oil price movement also depends on what is happening in the external environment, what is happening at what kind of macro events are happening. So currently there is no negative event that is happening in the market, and crude oil is bullish, which shows that the economies are doing good. The Europe economy, US economy, China economy, maybe, I mean, as per the charts. And that's why crude oil is doing good, and it's a bullish sign for stock market also. So crude oil is also giving a bullish indication. Although one point here is that crude oil going higher is negative for Indian market, because India is a net importer. So if the price of crude oil keeps on going higher, then that becomes a little bit of a challenge for Indian market. So that's what crude oil is saying. So there was a question about Bank Nifty. Can you please share it again in chat box? Yash. Okay, before the question comes, let's look at the summary of these levels. So Nifty currently 22,380 is the current level. So on the shorter time frame range, we can look at a range of 21,900 to 22,600. I just showed you on chart 22,600, 22,700 is the expected resistance level or next level for Nifty. And if we look at a broader range, then again 21,550 is a strong resistance area. I don't think 21,550 will break anytime soon. So 21,500 to 22,700. So that range should remain for next 2 3 weeks. And of course, we'll look at it. We'll analyze it again after a couple of weeks. Bank Nifty currently is around 47,300. So narrow range for Bank Nifty 45,300 to 47,600. It's very much possible for the next week or so. And on the longer time frame, 44,150 to 49,600, which is almost 5,000 points. So that kind of range is possible in Bank Nifty. So good swings are there, especially in Bank Nifty. So there will be a lot of trading opportunities in the banking stocks. Stocks like SBI, ICICI Bank, S Bank, all the banking stocks will give good trading opportunities. There is a long question on Bank Nifty. Since June 2023, Bank Nifty has not given any correction. It is only one. Yeah, so here she's saying that there is a continuous rally from June and he finds it strange. So basically, see, the entire economy is doing very good for last 1 year or so. The GDP numbers for the year, GDP numbers for the quarter are good. The government is favored by the people and the businesses, and there is a strong indication that the BJP government will continue in the next term also. So because of all these factors, the overall market is bullish, right? And if the market is bullish, all the major banking stocks will also remain bullish. So that's the reason there is no practical surprise why the market continues to remain bullish. But all said and done, drops are happening. And as I mentioned here, we can see a drop in Bank Nifty towards 44,000, right? So that kind of drop is also possible. But then major drop is not possible, at least for next couple of months. So I hope I addressed your query. Okay, welcome. Thank you. So as I said, we'll look at the charts of these stocks also. Yes Bank, PayTm. There's a lot of interest in PayTm. Some people are making money, some people are trapped. So all type of experiences people are getting from PayTm. ICICI Bank, SBI, they are doing very good. There is a breakout in both these stocks. ICICI Bank has given a breakout. SBI has given a breakout. TCS is looking bullish. Reliance is also looking bullish. So we'll look at the charts. So for portfolio, I always, or for stocks buying, I always share this slide and I share it every time because although I share it every time, people don't really follow it. So whenever you are buying a stock, always buy it in 1:2 ratio. What I mean by 1:2 ratio is that you first of all you should buy a stock in steps. You should never buy it how whatever bullishness is there. You should not buy it with a large amount. You should always give some 10 to 15% of your portfolio size as allocation to one single stock. And if you are buying it, buy it in stages. When I say stages, I'll give you an example. Let's say you are buying Reliance at 3,000, for example. अगर आप 3,000 में Reliance buy कर रहे हो and let's say you are buying 10 units of Reliance at 3,000 and there is a price drop in Reliance further, let's say it goes to 2,700 or 2,600, तो 2,700 या 2,600 पे आपको डबल क्वांटिटी बाय करना चाहिए. तो आपने 10 यूनिट्स 3,000 पे लिए है तो 2,600 पे आपको 20 यूनिट्स लेने चाहिए. सो बाय दैट योर एवरेज बाइंग प्राइस विल कम डाउन. यू विल बी एबल टू बुक प्रॉफिट क्वाइट फास्ट. ऑफकोर्स मैं रिलायंस का एग्जांपल इसलिए दे रहा हूँ बिकॉज इट्स अ बुलिश स्टॉक एंड इट्स डूइंग गुड. ऐसे स्टॉक आपको लेना चाहिए जो जिसका फंडामेंटल्स अच्छा है, जिसका ओवरऑल मार्केट मोमेंटम अच्छा है. Then position side, you should always allocate 5 to 15% of your fund to one stock. You should not allocate more than 5 to 15% of your portfolio holding to one single stock. Always diversify. When I say diversify, you should have at least 10 plus stocks in your portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, as we say. Always book profit. Profit booking भी आपको stages में करना चाहिए. You should keep a target 1 and target 2. बहुत बार ये होता है कि लोग पूरा का पूरा होल्डिंग टारगेट 1 पे बेच देते हैं और फिर वो स्टॉक ऊपर जाते हैं तो देन दे फील वेरी बैड एंड दे फील सो बैड दैट दे एंटर अगेन एंड देन दे एंड अप इन लॉस. ओके, तो वो सिचुएशन अगर अवॉइड करना है तो टारगेट 1 टारगेट 2 रख के इसको आप एग्जिट कीजिए. फॉलो स्टॉप लॉस. स्टॉप लॉस भी फॉलो करना चाहिए. अगर आपने कुछ 100 रुपए में खरीदा है, वो 80 रुपए जा रहा है, 75 रुपए पे जाना है, तो डोंट वेट फॉर इट टू गो टू 50. उसमें आपको लॉस बुक करके एग्जिट कर देना चाहिए. If possible, Asian Paint guidance, yeah, we'll look at Asian Paint, no problem. So these guidelines, I hope everybody it's clear to everybody. Please इसको follow कीजिए. It will save you a lot of money. It will save you from a lot of losses, and it will help you make good profit also. Let's move on. Okay, so before we analyze the stocks, I want to share some interesting concept and details. Okay, now we all know और हम सबको पता है कि दुनिया के 7 वंडर्स क्या है, right? Pyramid of Egypt and all that. So there is a eighth wonder in the world which is called as compounding, and Einstein, who is considered as the best, who was the best brain in the world, has said so. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. जिसको कंपाउंडिंग इंटरेस्ट का फंडामेंटल पता है और जो कंपाउंडिंग इंटरेस्ट फॉलो करता है वो उससे बेनिफिट लेता है, और जिनको नहीं पता है दे पे टू अदर पीपल. ओके, मुझे पर्सनली अगर आप पूछोगे तो मैं बोलता हूँ कंपाउंडिंग इंटरेस्ट जो है ये फर्स्ट वंडर है. बाकी के वंडर तो ठीक है, इट इज नॉट द एट वंडर बट इट इज एक्चुअली द फर्स्ट वंडर. इट इज सो पावरफुल एंड सो इंटरेस्टिंग. So how it can work, let us take a look. तो कंपाउंडिंग इंटरेस्ट में आप तो अगर आप फिगर्स अगर आप देखोगे तो आई हैव डन सम कैलकुलेशन हियर एंड आई विल शेयर द डिटेल्स. अगर आप 10 लाख रुपीज इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो, इफ यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग 10 लाख रुपीज in 20 years, if you are able to grow your portfolio, let's say by 15% every year, in 20 years your portfolio size can become 20 crore. That is the kind of potential that is possible in compounding interest, and that is the kind of power that is there in compounding interest. Now, is it practically possible कि आपका 10 लाख का 20 करोड़ हो गया 20 साल में? तो प्रैक्टिकली पॉसिबल है. इट इज लुकिंग ऑन पेपर, इट इज ऑल्सो प्रैक्टिकली पॉसिबल, बट ये ऑटोमेटिकली नहीं होगा. इट विल नॉट हैपन जस्ट लाइक दैट. इसके लिए आपको पोर्टफोलियो पे काम करना पड़ेगा, कंटिन्यूअसली चर्निंग करना पड़ेगा. ऐसा नहीं कि आपने कोई स्टॉक्स ले लिए, 8-10 स्टॉक्स ले लिए और आपने लेके बैठ गए और वो 20 साल में उसका 10 लाख का 10-20 करोड़ हो गया. इट विल नॉट हैपन लाइक दैट. आई एम नॉट सेइंग इट्स इम्पॉसिबल, बट फॉर दैट टू हैपन यू विल हैव टू बी लाइक वेरी वेरी लकी. जो फ्लूक है, फ्लूक के ऊपर हम काम नहीं कर सकते हैं, बट प्रैक्टिकली ये कर सकते हैं. In a portfolio, if you follow things like these guidelines, etc., which I shared with you, okay, so it's quite possible that you make a profit of 15 to 20% annually. If you are making a profit of 15 to 20% annually, 15 से 20% annually profit लेके अगर हम उसको continuously monitor करते हैं तो 20 years में आपका 20 करोड़ बन सकता है. इट इज एब्सोल्युटली पॉसिबल, प्रैक्टिकली पॉसिबल, विथ वेरी लेस रिस्क, बट काम करना पड़ेगा, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. सो इट्स अ वेरी स्पेसिफिक गोल, इट्स मेजरेबल. एवरी ईयर आप मॉनिटर करो, इट इज अचीवेबल, इट इज वेरी मच रेलेवेंट. 15 to 20% इन स्टॉक मार्केट, स्पेशली इन इकोनॉमी लाइक इंडिया विच इज डूइंग गुड. जीडीपी अपना अच्छा बढ़ रहा है, अगले 10 से 20 साल मार्केट इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी गुड. सो एक सिस्टमैटिक काम करके ये गोल अचीव करना वेरी मच पॉसिबल है. Any question on this? तो आई एम शेयरिंग दिस जस्ट टू गिव यू अ पर्सपेक्टिव कि क्या पॉसिबल है, क्या पोटेंशियल है मार्केट में और उसके लिए क्या करना चाहिए. सो लेट्स मूव ऑन. So if you look at this chart, this is a payoff chart for this 10 lakh 20 CR. So you will not see the benefits immediately. It will take around 5 years for your money to double. The real benefit will start to come after 10 years. And the maximum benefit you will see in the last 5 years. Okay. So many people will lose patience in the first 5 to 10 years, and maximum people will be out by the 15th year. But only those people who stay and follow this system for the last 5 years, which is 15th, 16th years to 20th year, they will get the full benefit of this particular concept. So we'll take general questions at the end. Let us continue with the slides right now. There are some questions coming in chat box. So that's about compounding. Basically, if you want to do all these things on your own, obviously you will need a lot of training and learning and proper work from your side. So I keep on having different training. So there is upcoming training in Pune on 17th of March, Sunday 17th of March, wherein we are going to discuss technical analysis in detail, fundamental analysis in detail, derivative, future and option strategies, how you can become a systematic trader or a systematic investor. So somebody just put a question mark in chat box what a beginner should do. A beginner should start with learning. I mean, you cannot go and start driving a car on the road. First you have to learn ड्राइविंग द कार राइट. आपको पहले कार ड्राइव करना सीखना पड़ेगा. तो सबसे पहले आपको ट्रेनिंग्स अटेंड करना चाहिए. मेरा ट्रेनिंग कीजिए या और किसी का कीजिए. मार्केट में अच्छे लोग हैं, काफी सारे ट्रेनिंग देने वाले. बट ट्रेनिंग्स अटेंड कीजिए. प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग्स अगर आप लेके काम करोगे तो यू विल बिकम अ सिस्टमैटिक ट्रेडर एंड इन्वेस्टर. If there is somebody from the management side, you will know that systems work, people tend to fail. I will not use the term people fail, but people tend to fail. अगर आप एक proper system बना के उसको follow करते हो, probability of success is higher. People will typically have their own emotions, people will have their own whims and fancies, and people will not be able to get the proper output. अगर एक proper system बना के काम करते हो तो आपको definitely results मिलेंगे. और उस system बनाने के लिए आपको पहले knowledge चाहिए, आपको trainings लेने चाहिए. Okay. So let's come back to the stocks. Let us look at charts of S Bank, PayTm, ICICI Bank, etc. Let us start with S Bank. S Bank. So I'll not go into the details because there are a lot of factors to consider as such as per the proper technical analysis. But अगर हम एक simple उसका levels देखते हैं, support and resistance का, and distribution and demand concept if you follow, then I can see that S Bank will take support around 22 level. तो around 22 आप definitely buy कर सकते हो. 22 के आसपास इसको आप बाय कीजिए. यू कैन कीप अ स्टॉप लॉस ऑफ अराउंड 19 और सो. 21 पे सपोर्ट है. इमीडिएटली 21 पे स्टॉप लॉस नहीं रखना चाहिए. और स्टॉप लॉस हंटिंग में आपको लॉस हो जाएगा. बट अराउंड 18-19 अगर आप स्टॉप लॉस रखते हो, इफ यू बाय अराउंड 22 एंड 18-19 के आसपास अगर स्टॉप लॉस रखते हो तो आपको इसमें अच्छा बेनिफिट हो सकता है. इफ यू आर बाइंग अराउंड 22, keep a target of around 27 and maybe next level target should be around 32. अगेन स्टेप्स में बाय कीजिए. बाय वन बाय टू में बाय कीजिए. टारगेट वन टारगेट टू में सेल कीजिए. That's what you should do about Yes Bank. Let us look at other stocks. Was Yes Bank not a trap at 30? Block deal happened and then went down. Yes, of course it was a trap. I will not say it's a trap or something. I mean, using the words like trap and all is like, I will say, losers mentality. Okay, I mean, don't take it otherwise. आपको चार्ट्स फॉलो करना चाहिए. अगर आप आरजीएस अल्फा ग्रुप में जो मेंबर्स हैं उनको पता है कि मैंने बोला था कि आप एस बैंक में 30-32 पे एग्जिट करो. आई क्लियरली मेंशन दैट अराउंड 32 पीपल शुड एग्जिट द स्टॉक. जिन्होंने 32 पे एग्जिट किया दे आर हैप्पी. जिन्होंने 32 पे बाय किया ऑब्वियसली दे आर ट्रैप्ड. तो अगर आप अच्छा स्टॉक गलत लेवल पे बाय कर रहे हो तब भी प्रॉब्लम है. पहली बात तो आपको अच्छा स्टॉक आइडेंटिफाई करना चाहिए. वो अच्छा स्टॉक आइडेंटिफाई करने के बाद में वो अच्छे स्टॉक को अच्छे प्राइस पे बाय करना भी जरूरी है. अच्छा स्टॉक ले लिया लेकिन वो गलत प्राइस पे बाय किया तो डेफिनेटली यू विल गेट ट्रैप्ड. So that is why I said learning is important. People don't spend time for learning. People don't invest time in learning. लोग ट्रेडिंग में इन्वेस्टिंग में पैसा इन्वेस्ट करते हैं बट लर्निंग में इन्वेस्ट नहीं करते हैं. देन अल्टीमेटली they end up losing money. That's the problem. Anyway, so we are done S Bank. Let's look at PayTm. Paytm is a risky stock, by the way. It's not that I'm recommending Paytm to buy, etc. But since a lot of people are interested, a lot of people are trapped, and a lot of people are curious whether to buy it or not. So that's the reason I'm sharing this analysis. So it's a high risk stock definitely. बट अगर आपको थोड़ा रिस्क लेके काम करना है, थोड़ा प्रॉपर लेवल्स लेके काम करना है, तो पेटीएम इज अ बाय. इफ यू आस्क मी अराउंड 300, अराउंड 300 आप इसको बाय कर सकते हो विद टारगेट ऑफ 420 एंड इवेंचुअली अ टारगेट ऑफ अराउंड 600 और 630. सो 300 पे बाय कीजिए. 420 450 का टारगेट रख सकते हैं, टारगेट वन, एंड अराउंड 600 का सेकंड टारगेट रख सकते हैं. दीज आर वेरी wide ranges we are talking about here because there will be wide fluctuations in this stock. ये हाईली वोलेटाइल स्टॉक है, तो आप छोटे अमाउंट्स में इसमें ट्रेड कर सकते हो. बाय अराउंड 300 एंड मे बी ग्रेजुअली 360 420 500 टाइप्स आप इसमें थोड़ा थोड़ा एग्जिट कर सकते हो. तो टिल द टाइम इट रिमेन्स अबाउट 300, I expect this stock to move in the range of 300 to 600 over the next 6 months to 1 year. जैसे ही एस बैंक का भी अगर हम एग्जांपल देते हैं, तो एस बैंक विल रेंज इन द विल ट्रेड इन द प्राइस रेंज ऑफ 20 to 32. सिमिलरली आपका पेटीएम 300 to 600 के रेंज में रहेगा, एंड विथ स्मॉल अमाउंट्स यू कैन डू ट्रेडिंग हियर. Let us look at some of the better stocks. ICICI Bank, a strong buy recommendation from my side. Very good stock, fundamentally very good. On the charts, it is doing very good. So currently it is around 1080. So I think ICICI Bank should go towards 1250 in another 3 to 6 months. But dips possible है, ऐसा नहीं कि नीचे आ नहीं सकता है. तो आपको बाय वन बाय टू का प्रिंसिपल फॉलो करना चाहिए. देर इज क्वाइट पॉसिबल दैट इट विल डिप टुवर्ड्स 1000 ऑल्सो. अराउंड 1000 के आसपास अगर जाता है तो आप इसको बाय कर सकते हो, फिर से एवरेज आउट कर सकते हो. सो अगेन द रेंज फ्रॉम ICICI बैंक, अराउंड ब्रॉडर रेंज इफ यू आस्क मी ऑन अ लार्जर टाइम फ्रेम, 900 to 1300 के रेंज में ICICI बैंक ट्रेड करेगा. आप इसको लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए भी होल्ड कर सकते हो, और शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए स्विंग ट्रेड्स भी आप इसमें ले सकते हो. लेट्स लुक एट SBI, another strong breakout stock. प्रॉपर ब्रेकआउट दिया है यहाँ पे ऑन अ लॉन्गर टाइम फ्रेम. ये जो 750 के ऊपर रुका हुआ है, इट्स अ वेरी वेरी बुलिश सिग्नल, एंड फ्रॉम हियर इट कैन ग्रो एटलीस्ट 50% हायर. अराउंड 1000 प्लस तक SBI जाएगा. आई एम नॉट सेइंग इट विल हैपन इमीडिएटली. इन नेक्स्ट 6 months 1 year 1.5 year 50% प्लस अपसाइड है SBI में. अगर ड्रॉप आता है टुवर्ड्स 750 टुवर्ड्स 700, तो डेफिनेटली आप बाय कर सकते हो. सेफ बेट है, लार्ज कैप स्टॉक है, हेवी बैकिंग ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. ऑल द गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स, जितने भी गवर्नमेंट के स्कीम्स होते हैं उसका इसका बेनिफिट मिलता है. एंड अनलाइक प्रीवियस गवर्नमेंट्स, मोदी गवर्नमेंट के केस में बैंक्स का ज़्यादा नुकसान नहीं होता है, बैंक्स प्रॉफिट में ही है, स्पेशली गवर्नमेंट बैंक्स. तो SBI के ऊपर काफ़ी बुलिश बेट्स आप ले सकते हो. देन द नेक्स्ट स्टॉक आई वांट टू लुक एट इज रिलायंस. रिलायंस इज इन द न्यूज फॉर मैरिज करंटली, और इसका चार्ट का भी अच्छा काम चल रहा है. So Reliance is at a resistance right now. It is around ये 3000 का जो रेंज है या 3000 का जो लेवल है, यहाँ पे इसका काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग रेजिस्टेंस चल रहा है. इट इज ट्राइंग टू ब्रेक इट फॉर अ मंथ और सो, बट ब्रेक नहीं हो रहा है. अगर ब्रेक होता है तो नेक्स्ट लेवल इसका अराउंड 3150 है. सो अराउंड 5% इमीडिएट अपसाइड है फॉर स्विंग ट्रेडर्स. लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए तो आप रिलायंस होल्ड कर सकते हो. इट्स होल्डिंग स्टॉक. अलग अलग उसके IPOs आएंगे फ्यूचर में, जैसे जियो फाइनेंस का आया था रिसेंटली. सो देयर विल बी IPOs ऑफ जियो एनर्जी एंड जियो रिटेल एंड ऑल दैट. तो लॉन्ग टर्म में होल्ड करने के लिए कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. अगर स्विंग ट्रेडर अगर आप हो, तो 2700 टू 3300 इस रेंज में स्टॉक मूवमेंट देते रहेगा. तो 2700 के ऊपर अगर आप बाय करते हो तो 27 पे लेके 3000 पे सेल करो, 3000 पे थोड़ा सेल करो, 3300 पे remaining sell करो. So in the immediate future, let's say next 3 months to 6 months time, 2700 to 3300 ये रेंज में रिलायंस रहना एक्सपेक्टेड है. The other stock I am missing, TCS. I am taking stocks deliberately from different verticals. We are looking at stocks from banking, we are looking at stocks from IT, we are looking at stocks like Reliance from, which is like a major petrochemical stock. तो कौन से सेक्टर में क्या क्या हो रहा है, that gives us a diversification also. TCS अगर हम वन डे टाइम फ्रेम पे देखते हैं तो अगेन इट गिव अ ब्रेकआउट अराउंड 4000 और अब ये 4000 के ऊपर चल रहा है. So I think Reliance, TCS should go towards 5400, 5500 in the next 3 to 6 months time frame. अगर आप इसका ओवरऑल लॉन्ग टर्म अगर टारगेट देखते हो, 5400 looks quite doable. एंड सपोर्ट जो है अराउंड 3300 के आसपास स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट है. इतना नीचे नहीं जाएगा इमीडिएटली, बट 3700 तक जा सकता है. अगर 3700 तक जाता है तो 3700 पे आप इसको एवरेज आउट कर सकते हो. कीप अ टारगेट ऑफ 5400. Last stock that I want to take is Asian Paint. One of our friend has asked about it. Asian Paint fundamentally is a very good stock. Why it is doing bad on charts? One of the reasons is that Aditya Birla Group is coming strongly in the paints area, and it is expected to give strong competition to Asian Paints. So the market monopoly that Asian Paints currently enjoys is expected to be destroyed by the entry of Grasim in the paints industry, but that will take time, at least 2 to 3 years. Grasim will take to actually have any impact on the business of Asian Paints. तो करंटली ये स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट लेवल पे है. अगर आप ये येलो लाइन देखते हो तो लास्ट टाइम इट टच द येलो लाइन वाज लॉन्ग 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 बैक, एंड एज एक्सपेक्टेड, माय गुडनेस, 2009. Since 2009 it has never touched the yellow line, and after 2009 it is touching it currently. So it's a red flag for Asian Paints, but then from these levels it should bounce, and strong bounce should come. When I say strong bounce, in the next 1 to 2 years, it can touch 4500 also. So if somebody is buying at the current levels and if he or she is ready to hold for another couple of years, तो 2700 पे बाय करके आप 4500 का टारगेट रख सकते हो इन द लॉन्गर टर्म. शॉर्ट टर्म में स्विंग ट्रेडिंग अगर आपको करना है तो 2700 पे बाय करो. 3000, 3300, 3600. So short term range for next 3 to 6 months or next 6 months to 1 year, 2700 to 3600, that type of range you can expect. अगर ये 2700 के नीचे रुकता है, अगर ये 2500 ब्रेक करता है, 2550 ब्रेक करता है, तो नेक्स्ट इसका जो सपोर्ट है वो अराउंड 2300 है. तो 2500 के नीचे आपको थोड़ा इसमें लॉस बुक करके एग्जिट करना चाहिए अगर आप बाय करते हो तो, बिकॉज फिर 2300 टच करेगा. 2300 के नीचे कितना जाएगा वी डोंट नो. तो 2500 के नीचे आप इसको ज्यादा होल्ड मत करो. एटलीस्ट कुछ पोर्शन में आपको लॉस बुक करना पड़ेगा. जैसे हम पार्शियली प्रॉफिट बुक करते हैं वैसे पार्शियली लॉस भी बुक करना पड़ता है कभी कभी. इट इज पार्ट ऑफ द पोर्टफोलियो मैनेजमेंट. Okay, there is one question on PSU index. Okay, let us look at it. So we don't have a PSU index here readily available. Let me check on investing.com. I'm not able to find a PSU index here readily available. Maybe you can take a look at PSU banks if you want. So we don't have the PSU index readily available. Maybe I will look at it and share it on the group. See, PSU again, you have to be selective. A lot of PSU stocks are doing good. A lot of PSU banks are doing good. But then there are sharp drops also, like we saw in that IREDA stock, that Indian Renewable Energy wala stock. So it went more than 200, and it also came down below 150. So that kind of wild swings are happening in the PSU stocks. So we'll take a look at it. So any other question, or we can move ahead? So if there are no more questions, just I would like to highlight again the Twitter handle. Please follow me on Twitter. I keep on sharing various updates here. This is the QR code of our RGS Alpha WhatsApp group. We keep on giving various market updates here. So I suggest everybody to join there just by being part of this RGS Alpha free WhatsApp group. People can make decent money in the market. So I shared a lot of information. If you want our professional services, RGS Consulting, we are offering portfolio management services, advisory services, fixed return services, training services, various different services are available. You are more than welcome to take benefit of these services and get in touch with me personally. We can discuss in detail.